Hey Pokemon fans, I'm TheJWittz, and welcome to today's Pokemon Fact of the Day. So these days, I feel like we've been in what I'd like to call a golden age of Pokemon fan games. I feel like every couple of months, I get an announcement for a new really cool game, I get all kinds of messages from my fans telling me to check it out, and it's genuinely awesome. So I feel like it's just about time for me to talk about some of those games. Let's check it out. For today's episode, I'm going to skip completed ROM hacks or games in the Pokemon Essentials kit for a future video. Why? For one, I want to use today's episode to show some of the in-progress projects going on in the fan universe, and two, there are so many fan games that have been completed, I don't know if I'll ever get to them all. The only two fan hacks I've played to completion are Pokemon Ash Gray, a game where you relive the anime in a video game style, and Pokemon Naranja, a classic fan hack where you play through the Orange Islands. Aside from those two, this is a list of what I still need to play. That's gonna take a while. In terms of in-progress games made with the Pokemon Essentials kit, Pokémon Generations 0 is an interesting project where you play as a young Agatha or Professor Oak in a prequel to the first games. It's in really early stages, but it has some interesting concepts, such as large pictures and important conversations. Another cool fan project is Generation VP, a Pokemon fan game made by a group of enthusiasts that got together through 4chan. The project has picked up a ton of steam and has fan art and sprites for over 100 original creatures so far. There are probably dozens more that I haven't gotten to yet, but these two both have fully functional demos and both look pretty promising. In terms of in-progress fan games that still use Pokemon's original structure, the last game I really recommend is PokéMMO. It's a huge add-on to Pokemon Fire Red that allows you to play through the main story alongside hundreds of other live players. You can customize your character, easily trade with everyone around you, and even battle alongside other real people. Once again, this one is still under construction, but it's updated pretty frequently and has a huge fan following, making it possibly the most supported Pokemon fan game out there right now. If you like the retro look of the original 2D games, but want an entirely new perspective, you should give Pokemon 3D a look. The concept is taking a working adaptation of Pokemon Gold and Silver and converting the sprite art pixels into 3D voxels. It sounded really gimmicky to me at first, but to be completely honest, it's a lot more fun to travel through the Pokemon world in first person than it sounds, and it actually looks really good. It receives a new update around every month, and yes, you can now battle Rattata Joey in 3D like you've always dreamed of. Speaking of 3D, another really great fan project is Pokemon Generations, a Pokemon game in very early stages that aims to make Pokemon battles live skirmishes instead of turn-based affairs. People have been dreaming of this kind of Pokemon game for ages, and Generations has a ton of potential. While there's only a simple tech demo available at the moment, Generations has beautiful cel-shaded visuals and environments, and the battle animations look great. If their team can build a game that looks half as good as the demo, then we should be in for something really special. If you want a great Pokemon fan game that you can play straight from the browser, check out Pokemon Tower Defense 1 and 2. These games take a unique approach to the tower defense genre, combining the capturing, leveling, and attack selection mechanics of Pokemon that you know and love. Pokemon Tower Defense 1 has almost the entire original group of 151 Pokemon, and it has a great balance of fun mechanics and challenge. The story's a little cheesy, but the game is so addicting that it shouldn't put you off that much. It's easy to sink dozens of hours into this game, which is pretty great for a free browser title. And once you're done with the first one, you can transfer Pokemon up to Tower Defense 2, an early build of the Johto realm that gets a new update almost every week. And last, but certainly not least, is Pokemon Type Wild. This game is just... wow. It's a 2D Pokemon fighting game made by one of the anime's former animators. And it shows. The Pokemon look so incredibly fluid with every attack and knockdown, the background stages are colorful, the music remixes are great, and the gameplay is awesome. Every Pokemon comes equipped with their own specials, supers, throws, and even support assists. It might even feel a little overwhelming if you haven't played many 2D fighters before, but if you're like me and have been playing them for your whole life, this game is an absolute gem. The only other downside is that the game is entirely in Japanese, but I've included a link to an English patch that at least makes most menus and options readable. Type Wild hasn't seen an update for over a year, but to be completely honest, it's so much more complete than most Pokemon fan games out there that it doesn't really need one. It's by far my favorite Pokemon fan project ever created, and I desperately hope that Nintendo hires this guy to help them make an official Pokemon fighter sometime in the future. Pokemon Pokemon fan projects are great because they show how awesome and dedicated the Pokemon fan community is. There are dozens more out there that I still need to try, but hopefully this video helped you find at least one fan game that you haven't checked out before. Thanks for watching today's Pokemon Fact of the Day. If you're interested in any of those games and want to check them out, I've tried to include links to just about all of them in the description below. Also, special thanks to the guys at Opinion Outpost who run a site where all you have to do is fill out surveys in order to get either cash or Amazon gift cards or all kinds of other free stuff just for sharing your opinion. What they try and do is hook up businesses with consumers, that way they can hear the opinions from the people who are going to buy their stuff to make sure that they're catering to the right people or just getting the right kind of customer base or even just getting products that people like. Sometimes they send out products for people to review, or sometimes it's just a survey that you fill out. As you rack up points, you can get free stuff, and every 3 months or so, they send $10,000 to one of the people who are signed up, just for free, just throwing it out there. That sounds pretty good. I could use $10,000. Anyway, Opinion Outpost is completely free, and if you're interested in signing up, you can find that in the description down below as well. And seeing as how I keep sending you down to the description, why don't you just stay there? All the fun stuff's happening there, all the links, all the free stuff, all the games. Just go to the description and leave me up here, unwatched and suffering.